Roger. It feels good to see the ballpark packed. Pittsburgh back on the baseball map.
Get ready, it's coming. Chukky, Okobi, and Pittsburgh Slim team up for the newest version of the Pirates Hip Hop Anthem, BucTown 4.0.
BucTown, we doing things the Pittsburgh way. Build it from the ground up, now we here to stay. BucTown, we never got used to losing, so get it through your head, this is not an illusion. Root, 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 root for the home team. Root, 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 root for the home team. Raise a Jolly Roger, raise a Jolly Roger, raise a Jolly, raise a Jolly, raise a Jolly Roger.
Okobi, the former Steeler, and Pittsburgh Slim, once signed to Def Jam Records by Jay-Z, joined forces on a new label, 412 Records.
I've known Chukky since I was 5 years old. We grew up in Greenfield, so once we started doing this, and he's really brought the passion back for me, for the Pirates, that we've had since we were children. And I knew he did version 2.0 last year. So I told him once I heard version 3.0, I said, all right, around the All-Star break, I want to be on this version 4.0.
Me and Slim, we were neighbors growing up, and we used to go in the couches and collect change or find $1 here or beg for, he'd beg his grandmother for $5. And I go to my mom and be like, hey, can I get $1? I want to go to the store. And before you know it, we're gone for like 4 hours because we got on a PAT bus and went to the Pirates game.
The BucTown franchise is one of their favorite projects, with good reason. Pittsburgh Slim and Okobi, inked with BucTown and pirate tattoos, are as die-hard as they come.
On the inside here, you see I got my pirate right there, so this is not a phase, folks. This is the real deal. This is who I am, and this is what I do. It's like you tell your wife you love her and tell her again and again and again. It's just that's how much enthusiasm I have about the Pirates.
They go them Bucks again, they out in front again. And in Central Division, we messed it up again. Just consider us a menace to society and slaughter what is gonna be the Pirate New World Order.
Him as an artist, if I were to do it, I'd probably blow out the little remaining part of my voice that I have left. But he is the Black Bill Cowher, basically. He is fired up all the time, and you hear it in the way he raps and in the anthems, and it gets me excited. I'm like, yeah, BucTown up.
I love McCutcheon, and that's my boy, but Andy Van Slyke's the best center fielder that ever lived, in my opinion, because when I was 8 years old, he was larger than life. So that's just kind of where my love for the Pirates came from. I grew up wanting to be a baseball player, and to this day, 8 years in the NFL and the Super Bowl ring, I still feel like I failed. Like, I failed as a baseball player.
Not as a player, but Okobi is becoming a staple of Pittsburgh baseball. This would be the 4th incarnation of BucTown.
A lot of people associate me now with that song more so than they do with football, and I'm cool with that. I really see myself as a Pirates fan first. I was a Pirates fan before I ever played football.
BucTown is a title that I think the Pirates fans can unite under, and first it's a small umbrella, and now all of a sudden it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going from the inside out and spreading, and people are seeing that the Pirates are really genuine contenders to at least make the playoffs. And after so many years of not having the success that we're used to in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with our sports teams, times are changing.
Yo, the Bucks are like the 12 days of Christmas. 5 golden rings, number 6 on our wish list. Big bright lights at the end of the tunnel. Steady as she goes, stay humble, don't stumble.
Okobi and Pittsburgh Slim see BucTown songs as a way to support the Burgh and have fun with their 2-month-old record label.
Literally started it from the ground up 3 months ago, and I've had success in music before. He's had success, in business. Obviously, he has a Super Bowl ring. And, once we put our two heads together, we said, okay, we can do this. We're smart and we're talented, and let's just do it. And, what we've accomplished so far in the first couple of months is excellent.
For me, music is something that's it's just in my blood, it's in my veins, and just like Pittsburgh's in my blood and in my veins. So, I just can't stop. Just gotta keep going with the music. 412 Records.
Okobi says the BucTown anthems are for the fans to enjoy, but intended as fuel for the players.
We need to support these young men, and I think if we do that, you will see more productivity out of the Pittsburgh Pirates. BucTown, to me, is something that's funny because I'm surprised nobody else ever thought of it. To me, it just rolls off the tongue so easy. I felt it necessary to create a moniker that connected the people with the baseball, and that's where BucTown came from.
The Pirates need something more than take me out to the ball game.
Not bad.
Raise a Jolly Roger, raise a Jolly Roger, raise a Jolly, raise a Jolly, raise a Jolly Roger. Let's go Bucks! Bucks!
No matter how he feels. It has nothing to do with money. So just shake his hand, curse him under your breath, and go back to the dugout. And that's it. Besides, it wasn't his fault that the season went the way it did. It's his fault that that game ended the way it did. But the rest of it's not his fault.
They were walking a thin line at that point. And
Yeah.
That just tipped them over. You know what I mean? And they kind of.
You know, I don't 100% understand all the psychology that goes into baseball, but you know, there's a lot of speculation in the media as to why the Pirates, you know, these guys have never been here before. They got fatigued, so on and so forth. There's a million reasons people have for things. I'd say, like Russ Grimm used to say to us in the O-line meeting, sometimes when you watch a game film and somebody gets beat, and you try to coach, sometimes you want to coach as to what went wrong and what you could have done better. But sometimes he would just say, you know, those guys get paid too. Sometimes it's just that simple. Like, I mean, it's not always so much us doing something wrong as them doing something right. Sometimes it's you doing something wrong. Sometimes it's them doing something right. Plus, you know, I think the casual fan who doesn't really understand what's going on in the organization, doesn't understand what's going on, you know, when you look deeper into it, when you look at guys like Jeff Locke and you look at what's going on with Garrett Cole and Tony Sanchez, and, you know, I went down to Louisville last year. I saw Matt Haig play. I seen Alex Presley play. I see all these guys coming up. When they traded McLeod in 09, I was like, so? Because I knew who was coming. You know, at that point, you're like, it's about time, you know? Right. At that time, you kind of feel like, well, why can't we have both? And then we had both, and you saw how that turned out. But anyway, this is more than just a baseball team. This is a company, like any company. So.
Yeah, they're gonna make business decisions.
Yeah, and things are going well. It's all about progress at this point. And things happen gradually, then suddenly. Because one day you're going to wake up and the Pirates are up by 6 games in first place. And you're going to be like, well, how do we get here? Well, back when all you guys were bitching about, you know, why they trade this guy and all these prospects, and this is how it happens. So, whenever you're ready, man. I'm just over here.
All right, let's do it. Chukky, let's start with what's around you here, music.
Mm-hmm.
And your love of it.
Yep.
Can you kind of give us a taste of how you feel about music and maybe when you knew that you wanted to kind of go in that direction with your life?
Well, for me, music is I think music's one of those things that everybody loves, you know, regardless of what kind of music it is. And for me, I'm really into hip hop, but I'm into a lot of other stuff. Some of my favorite artists are people like Bruce Springsteen, Peter Gabriel, you know, just growing up in the 80s. A lot of 80s pop music, you know, there's a lot of times people can't necessarily hear it, but there's a lot of that influence in the music that I do. Started a record label, 412 Records, with a childhood friend of mine, Pittsburgh Slim, who used to be on Def Jam Records. It was signed by Jay-Z. And music is from the soul. It's not necessarily about singing in tune or being the dopest MC or anything like that. A lot of it is just expression. It's so emotional. You know, a lot of times hip-hop gets a bad rap because of some of the negative messages in a lot of people's music. But I think nowadays when you see a lot of the guys that, you know, are even coming out of Pittsburgh with the Wiz Khalifas and the Mac Millers, although they're message isn't always positive, it's still a representation of more of the greater masses of the population, and it's become a lot more mainstream. For me, music is something that's it's just in my blood, it's in my veins, and just like Pittsburgh's in my blood and in my veins. So I mean, I just can't stop. Just gotta keep going with the music. 412 Records.
So your other love apparently is the Pirates. One of your other loves is the Pirates.
Yes.
So let's go take it slow. Tell us a little bit about how you developed as a Pirate fan and how long that's been going on. And you talked about going up and seeing the nosebleeds.
Yeah, I you know, a lot of people don't realize that I'm from the East End. I'm from Pittsburgh. I moved away for a little bit and I went to prep school in New York. But you know, Pittsburgh is where I'm from, is where I was born and raised. And I grew up in a time that, you know, there's a whole generation that all they know is the Pirates not winning. But all my memories are of the Pirates winning. The Doug Drabecks, the John Smileys, Bob Walk, Bobby Bonilla, Jose Lean, Orlando Merced, Mike LaValliere. That's my Pirates, and that's something that's never left me. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, I love McCutchen, and that's my boy. But Andy Van Slyke's the best center fielder that ever lived, in my opinion, because when I was 8 years old, he was larger than life. So that's just kind of where my love for the Pirates came from. I grew up wanting to be a baseball player, and to this day, 8 years in the NFL and a Super Bowl ring, I still feel like I failed. Like I should have been. I failed as a baseball player, but you know, I made it as a football player. But this baseball thing, I still feel like I can do it. And I don't know. I was talking to Jeff Bannister. He said he might give me a shot, but we'll see. I think it's all lip service.
They could use a power guy.
Yeah, but you gotta connect. You gotta connect with the ball, you know. And I'm watching the way J Max pitching now, and I don't think I would try him. I don't think I would want to go in there. It'd be pretty humorous, So, but my love for the Pirates, it goes back to childhood, and you know, from collecting baseball cards and just doing anything I can to get down to the stadium, Three Rivers. You know, me and Slim, we were neighbors growing up, and we used to go in the couches and collect change or find $1 here or beg for, you know, he'd beg his grandmother for $5, and I go to my mom and be like, hey, you know, can I get $1? I want to go to the store, and before you know it, we're gone for like 4 hours because we got on a PAP bus and went to the Pirates game, you know, just trying to get back before it was too late. And the Pirates is just my favorite. It's my favorite professional sports team, win, lose, or draw. So, you know, as things started happening, you know, last year, I felt like this was bound to happen at some point. And I saw what was going on. You know, I remember when Neil got drafted, when Kutch got drafted, when Brad Lincoln got drafted, and Pedro, and when you saw what was going on the back end, and this success was only a matter of time. It was just a step away. So as it started to happen, I felt the need to stick my chest out a little bit and say, I told you so. You know, because I was there. I don't care. I sat through a 20-0 loss against Milwaukee. I was there. I think I was the last Pirates fan in the stadium that day. But I was there, and I didn't care because I was there for my guys. And it's really, really important, I think, for the fans to support the team no matter what. So sometimes people don't realize how much of a role that the fans themselves play in the success of a team. I mean, think about it. The teams with the most success, they always tend to say have the best fans, right? The Steelers got the best fans, or the Yankees got the best fans. Well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? To me, I believe that confidence breeds success and success breeds confidence. But I think that in order for the fans to feel what they want to feel and to get what they want to get from the Pittsburgh Pirates, that they need to show their appreciation for these young men who go out there and step in the arena every single night. You know, it's hard to play in front of thousands and thousands of people every day, 162 days out of the year. That's half the year. You know, it's easy for me to sit up in section 119 and throw jeers at, you know, the shortstop because he missed the play. You know, it's very easy. But when our kids, not that I have any kids that I know about, but when our kids don't do well in school, or our kids get in trouble, do we just reject them? No, you continue to encourage them. You continue to try to encourage them to be better people, to be better students in school, to be better athletes on the field. And remember, some of these guys, look at a guy like Bryce Harper. That's a child. Ken Griffey was a child when he came up. You know, these guys are still young men, and they need us as much as we need them to win.
When did you decide that the melding of your love for the Pirates and your love of music needed to become one in the idea of BucTown?
Well, BucTown, to me, is something that's funny because I'm surprised nobody else ever thought of it. To me, it just rolls off the tongue so easy, and we're so wrapped up in the Steel Age, in the Iron City, Steel City thing, but just coincidentally, our football team happens to be called the Steelers. So a lot of that Steel City now gets associated with the football, not realizing that it really doesn't come from the football, it comes from somewhere else. But now that's what it is. Steel City is a reference, in my opinion, to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I feel that in order to create a better baseball culture, to not create a better baseball culture, because this city has had one. You got to remember, we got 5 World Series rings. 5. People forget that. I felt it necessary to create a moniker that connected the people with the baseball, and that's where BucTown came from. And the song itself, it just came from the soul, just like erupted out of me. I don't know where it came from, other than I just felt the need to express myself, and I wanted to do something cool, and I wanted to do it for the players. The first person that ever heard BucTown is, I was down at BP, and I burned it on a CD, and I walked down in the dugout, and I saw Neil, and I met Neil a couple of times in the past. I met his wife, Nicole, and so I know them a little bit. And I said, Neil, I got to give you something. This is for you. Just listen to this. I gave him the CD, and the rest is history. And I'm glad that people enjoy it. I really, really am. But there's no real scientific explanation as to where this came from, other than I love music and I love the Pirates, and there it is. So,
tell me about the evolution of how this song is changing, because you got BucTown, BucTown 2.0, 3.0, and now you're headed toward.
We're doing 4.0s, 412 records. Myself and Pittsburgh Slim, we're recording BucTown 4, and it changes just as things are happening. You just have different ideas, and you know, it's like you tell your wife you love her, and you tell her again and again and again. It's just that's how much enthusiasm I have about the Pirates, and now that they're doing well again, which I predicted. I mean, my fantasy team's full of Pirates, you know, and I'm not doing half bad. It's just there. I just had to do it again. So
what, you talked a little bit about Neil Walker, and I know you know McCutcheon. What kind of feedback have you gotten from those players? Because, as you said, this is for them. So what kind of feedback have you gotten from them?
They love it. They love it. McCutcheon's really big into music. He makes beats and whatnot. And I'm thinking 2013, I may actually want to have him produce it. So that may be a nice way to really integrate the Pirates into it. But you know, they love it. They love it. I mean, I'm still working on trying to get some of our other songs. They need to come up to bat to some of our songs. You know, like Slim has a song called Pittsburgh Dude, which I think would be perfect for our guy number 18, because I'm a Pittsburgh dude, Pittsburgh rude, Pittsburgh Slim make Pittsburgh moves. So, you know, but no, they love it. They've really been behind it, and I appreciate their support and appreciation for what we're doing. So,
what about community-wise? I mean, we're running on Root Sports, and people are hearing it.
Yeah, they're hearing it all day, and it's funny because sometimes I'll forget, and then I'll be watching the game, and my name will flash across the screen, and I'm like, what's going on now? Remember? Oh yeah, that's right. BucTown. So, but the community, people are really been into it, and I think as the Pirates have more success, I think you'll hear the songs more and more, and I think that especially now with the success of Rostrum Records and the success Pittsburgh Slim's had in the past, and the way hip hop has become really part of Pittsburgh, I think you're going to see more renditions and more wannabe me's because I was the first, but I think you're going to see more people, more music brought to the forefront. They need to let me do one of those hot dog songs, man. Because some of them hot dog songs, when they shoot the hot dogs in the stadium, come on, man. We could do a hot dog song. We could write it and record it. Whoever does in-game entertainment, you need to holler at me. I got some ideas. I got a hot dog song for you. I'm not going to sing it right now. But I got a hot dog song for you. So
we can hook you up with that guy.
Okay, for sure. I got some really cool ideas, but BucTown, it's for the players. It's important, and I don't want to get up on a soapbox a little bit, but I might just do it inadvertently. But I think it's important for us as a city to support this team. Not just the colors, not just the emblem, not just that uniform, but these young men, these individuals who put their body on the line every single day on the baseball field for your entertainment. Baseball it's a tough sport, and people think just because it's not football where you're getting your head knocked off coming across the middle that it's not a tough sport. You just tell that to the guys, who are having surgery on this, surgery on that. Tell it to who's the catcher for Ramos for the Washington. And he's had to have 2 surgeries on his knee. This is a tough sport. Jeff Bannister, when he was younger, had a collision at the plate and was paralyzed from the neck down. This is a tough sport. And these guys throw their bodies around on the field for your entertainment so we can sit in the crowd and go like this. It's like, ancient Rome. We need to support these young men, and I think if we do that, you will see more productivity out of the Pittsburgh Pirates. I would be very interested to know the statistics as to how well do the Pirates do on those night games when it's sold out versus when there's nobody in the stands. You guys probably have access to that. I guarantee that their record's much better when the crowd's behind them.
In the past, the last 2 years, it's been very strong.
Yeah.
In the past, it was always bad. When they had the big nights, they would kind of fall flat. But the last 2 years, it's been strong.
Yeah.
When they've had people come out to see them, they've won.
Yeah, I mean, these guys grow up. If you're in the major leagues, you have a success. You've had success in sports. These guys are used to winning, and they have an idea as to what Major League Baseball is about by watching it on ESPN, and they see what's going on in Arlington, they see what's going on in Wrigley Field, and they see what's going on down there in Tampa and Boston. And you come to Pittsburgh, and you have 10,000 people in the stands, and they're all booing you. Then you go on the road, and they got 50,000 people in the stands, and they're all booing you. It'd be hard to produce under those conditions. So my challenge to the fans in the city is to cheer for your team. Don't worry about the wins and losses. Let's cheer for the city of Pittsburgh. We've had nationally televised games the last 2 years. Let's stand up, let's show some pride. And I promise you, if more people would just do that, the results would be different. You might win 2 or 3 more games than you would have if they just have our support, if we're behind them 100%.
The style you made the song, BucTown, it's a strong song. It's like an anthem. I assume that was a conscious choice. You wanted it to be like that, right?
Yeah, I spent a lot of years in stadiums, so the song, I wanted to bring the essence of the game into the music. You should be able to feel what I feel, that energy, the excitement, and each one has got to have that kind of edge to it. Hopefully, people do see them as anthems, and I see a lot of hashtags of BucTown on Twitter, and a lot of people associate me now with that song more so than they do with football, and I'm cool with that. I really see myself as a Pirates fan first. I was a Pirates fan before I ever played football. I'll be a Pirates fan till I die. And, you know, I hope that this does become a bit of an anthem for Pirates baseball. So and they got some other things in the works, some other things coming off of the song, some T-shirts and stuff like that. But those things are in the works.
Last thing on this formal part of this, you give Root Sports a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly appreciate that. And you're
Mm-hmm.
including everything in these songs, huh? Anything associated with the Pirates, you're touching on all of it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's all of us. It's not just the players. You know, it's the fans. It's what you guys do at Root Sports, and you know, you guys embody the entire culture. Even with when you show the clips of, you know, Barry Bonds in the 7 years he played here, who was my favorite player growing up. You know, you show the stuff with Andy Van Slyke and Doug Drabeck, and even going back further than that, talking about, you know, what guys did back in 1960, what happened back in 71 and 79, and so much great Pirates history, and there's so many people that contribute to that. You know, it's not just the players, and it's not just the managers, it's not just the GM. Root Sports is, you guys are the ambassadors. You guys bring it to the people, and I appreciate that. You know, it's one of the only channels I know by heart on Comcast and DirecTV both. So, because I have DirecTV in my business at the mansion in Maple Heights, I got Comcast in my bedroom at home. So, I know that channel. I only know about a couple channels, but Root Sports is definitely one of them. So
that's cool. We appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate Root Sports. So that's it, man.
Good deal. That's awesome. Since you showed us the tattoos,
yeah.
I wonder if you could come over and get a closer look at it. Yeah. Maybe.
This is BucTown right there. Established 1887. This has always been BucTown. And then on the inside here, you see I got my pirate right there. So this is not a phase, folks. This is the real deal. This is who I am, and this is what I do. So.
Let me see that BucTown one more time. There we go. Very good 15-second shot of it, maybe. 1 second. Cool. That's a nice looking view. You got your BucTown tattoo.
Corny to wear my glasses, or
No, however you're comfortable.
well, I just think I had a late night last night with no like makeup or anything like that. I think I just look like shit, so I'll go a little rock star for you.
Go for it. That'd be good. I'm rolling with you. Okay. So Slim, tell me a little bit about how you and Chukky joined forces on this version of it, on BucTown.
Well, we just started our new record label, 412 Records. You know, I've known Chukky since I was 5 years old. We grew up in Greenfield, so once we started doing this, and you know, he's really brought the passion back for me for the Pirates that we've had since we were children. And you know, I knew he did version 2.0 last year, so I told him once I heard version 3.0, I said, all right, around the All-Star break, I want to be on this version 4.0. And since then, we've checked out a few baseball games, and you know, he goes more than me, but I've been there, and it's been fantastic. I mean, the Pirates really run a great organization. They get a bad rap in the media, they get kicked, but now that's starting to change. And I mean, the product's there, just from top to bottom, from the entertainment to honestly what you guys do with Root Sports, the way you cover the games. I mean, I remember watching the games on KBL, you know, and then Fox Sports and what have you. But it's, I mean, just from top to bottom, everything's coming together, and it makes me happy as a longtime Pirates fan.
So how might the song evolve for this version, or is it going to be kind of along the same lines?
I think it's going to be along the same lines, but it's just more so like, you know, like an anthem. I mean, when AOL used to come out with different versions, or Microsoft comes out, you know, there's not like monumental changes in it. I mean, we're just making BucTown anthems. basically. So it's something you can hear and listen on your way down to the stadium. I mean, the Steelers have the "Here We Go Steelers" song that changes, and the players' names change as they come and go, and what have you. But I think with us, we just like to keep it a little bit different, and the consistency's there with the chorus, and we're gonna make it very, I don't know, is anthemic a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to make it
Anthem-like.
Anthem-like, because the Pirates need something more than take me out to the ball game.
They've been doing that.
Yeah.
Not quite enough.
You guys you're bringing BucTown into the 2010s, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's it's a place. You got Steeler Nation, and you got BucTown, and I don't know what we call the Penguins. Army. I'm not sure. I mean, I have the Stanley Cup tattooed on my arm with the 3 seasons we've won. So I'm obviously a huge hockey fan, but I don't know what they really call the Penguins fans.
Call the Penguins champs when they win. That's all they need to call them.
Yeah, that's true. So, but BucTown is a title that I think the Pirates fans can unite under, and first it's a small umbrella, and now all of a sudden it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going from the inside out and spreading, and people are seeing that the Pirates are really genuine contenders to at least make the playoffs. And after so many years of not having the success that we're used to in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with our sports teams, times are changing.
So just one more thing about the 4.0 something. You're gonna be hitting the vocals, I'm sure. So,
Yeah.
So that'd be one different.
Oh yeah.
Different
Well, that's a
dynamic
different.
after.
This is the first version where there's someone else on it besides him. So I'm pretty excited and honored. Gary Reedus would be happy.
Yeah, man.
Love the knowledge. Love it. Awesome.
When the Pirates hit the first season, BucTown's gonna become a household name across the nation. You'll see. So.
Yeah, because I think this kid's like stealing my raps over here.
Yeah.
It's part of my it's part of my verse, pal.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was just
That breaks the code, right? That breaks the
No,
code.
I'm totally kidding. Well, I am serious. I've mentioned the month of October in this, but I think they're going to be playing in October.
So maybe touch on real quick, because I didn't delve in it maybe enough with Chukky. Is the company you guys have together? How has that grown just in the last couple of months? You was kind of mentioned that before.
We just literally started it from the ground up 3 months ago, and I've had success in music before. He's had success, in business. Obviously, I mean, he has a Super Bowl ring, and once we put our two heads together, we said, okay, we can do this. I mean, we're smart and we're talented, and let's just do it. And what we've accomplished so far in the first couple of months is excellent. I mean, I've seen other record labels that are, hugely successful, and it's like when you look at how they started, it was much more gradual, and it's taken longer and what have you. And so we kind of have hit the ground running, and I think the sky's the limit. But you always have to stay humble and focused, and we certainly are. But we managed to do projects that are still fun for us, because I mean we're just big kids really, and this is something dear to us, like baseball. We love it, and he's totally rekindled my passion for baseball. And so doing this project was just a way to keep it a little interesting and do something different and keep it fun. So
maybe last thing. I know he's sitting right here, but give me your impressions of him as an artist.
Him as an artist, if I were to do it, I'd probably blow out the little remaining part of my voice that I have left. But he is the black Bill Cowher, basically. He is fired up all the time, and you hear it in the way he raps and in the anthems, and it gets me excited. I'm like, yeah, BucTown. So I think that little kids can hear it, and old people can hear it, and say, you know what, that's not half bad. And of course, people our age will probably like it. as well. So I'm excited to get it done and get it out there and hear it. It's going to be fun the first time I hear it, you know, on TV or in the stadium or something, or in a car tailgating. That'll be pretty cool too. So.
Cool. All right. You guys have anything else to add? I think we got it. It's pretty good.
Cool.
Just no problem.
Yeah, we wouldn't. I'm not gonna show you anything that makes you look bad. Believe me. Let me know when we'll get the mic on you when you're ready.
Walking in my country. Here we go. Box again, out in front again. Division, messed it up again. Yeah. For here, it wouldn't be worth it. That's for sure.
You in here, I'll set the mic up for you.
All right, for sure. Yup, there go them Bucks again. Fun again. Annual Central Division. We messed it up again. Just consider us a menace to society. It's thought of what is gonna be the Pirates' new world order. Feel like Michael Jackson, the ghost of Clemente watching over us. The most of you. I was missing when the song first dropped. This rendition number 4, and the Bucks are still hot. Whoa. I'm good right there. Just need headphones. He took them. I'm telling you. Okay.
Y'all start there.
Yep. This damn chair. Yeah. There go them Bucks again. They out in front again. And no Central Division, we messed it up again. Just consider us a menace to society. A slaughter what is gonna be the Pirates' new world order. Can you feel it like Michael Jackson, the ghost of Clemente watching over us? Though most of y'all thought I was tripping. I'm almost missing when the first song dropped. This rendition number 4, and the Bucks are still hot. Whoa, me and Slimmy, we been tight. 2 Pat bus transfers to 3 Rivers to watch Andy Vance like Barry Bonds and Bobby Bo. That was Walker and McCutcheon, McDonald, Burnett, and Garrett Jones. Alvarez, here we go. Not bad.
So I gotta get a few more shots, maybe?
That was pretty damn good, man.
Yep, there go them Bucks again. They out in front again. NL Central Division, we messed it up again. Just consider us a menace to society. A slaughter what is gonna be the Pirates' new world order. Can you feel it like Michael Jackson, the ghost of Clemente watching over us? Though most of y'all thought I was tripping. I'm almost missing when the first song dropped. This rendition number 4, and the Bucks are still hot. Whoa, me and Slimmy, we been tight. 2 Pat bus transfers to 3 Rivers to watch Andy Vance like Barry Bonds, Bobby Bo. That was Walker and McCutcheon, McDonald, Burnett, and Garrett Jones. Alvarez, here we go.
for your
He's
wife.
gonna be back in on Tuesday, and it's just like he's gonna be on
Cool.
planes for like 20 hours on Monday, so he's not gonna be happy.
Yeah, you got to take like some sort of drugs to get better from that jet lag. So leave this open.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it back over to here so we can get it better.
All right.
Oh. Whoa. Right about here. This thing needs some work. I can put something on the door if you want. You know what? Here's the door stop right here. I got one too. Got here too. Whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah. It feels good to see the ballpark. Wow. It feels good to see the. I don't know how good this is going to work. All right. It feels good to see the ballpark packed. Pittsburgh back on the baseball map. The Bucks are like the 12 days of Christmas. 5 golden rings, number 6 on our wish list. Big bright lights at the end of the tunnel. Steady as she goes, stay humble, don't stumble. Now I'm watching pummel big payroll teams. PNC Park, baby, feel the dreams. You don't got a choice, start screaming, lose your voice. All the way in Station Square, they can hear the noise. My fucking voice is shot. My voice is shot. My voice is shot. Yo, I'll do it one more time. Ball pack, Pittsburgh snack on the. Yeah, let me just try this shit. Sorry. It feels good to see the ballpark packed. Pittsburgh back on the baseball map. Yo, the Bucks. Phone call. Sorry. That sucks. We'll do it again. It feels good to see the ballpark packed. Pittsburgh back on the baseball map. Yo, the Bucks are like the 12 days of Christmas. 5 golden rings, number 6 on our wish list. Big bright lights at the end of the tunnel. Steady as she goes, stay humble, don't stumble. Now I'm watching pummel big payroll teams. PNC Park, baby, feel the dreams. You don't got a choice, start screaming, lose your voice. All the way in Station Square, they can hear the noise. October BucTown. BucTown. Yeah, all right.